All right, all right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight on our special draft recap edition of Birds on Tap. With me tonight are Rob, Al, Steve, and I'm Sig. Before we get into it, let's hear about our sponsor, Butcha.
All right, hey guys, welcome to Birds on Tap. Birds on Tap is presented by Aristeas Craft Brewing Company, located in Langhorne, Pennsylvania. Aristeas is an open concept nano brewery with indoor and outdoor seating. The tap room features 12 taps pouring true to style beers on a rotating basis, as well as handcrafted nitro cold brew coffees. You can also enjoy a variety of wines, hard seltzers, and specialty cocktails. Aristeas also serves a wide variety of non-alcoholic beverages, including flavored seltzers, shrubs, and well-damn cold brew. So thank you to Aristeas Craft Brewing for helping us do what we do.
All right, let's jump to see what kind of comments we have right off the bat. And the woman I love, right off the bat, fuck the Cowboys. And the cops are here. There you go.
My boys.
Thank you.
Love it.
All right. So let's see. So we had 3 days of drafting. Or was it 4 days?
3 days.
3 days.
Thursday,
Yeah, that's right.
Saturday.
So, and the Eagles did what we thought they were going to do. They focused their NFL draft on high upside skill players on the offensive side for the most part. So why don't we get right into it? You want to let's start. You want to start with the trade?
We'll start with day one. Day one.
All right. Round one. If you want to do it in order, it's fine with me. All right. So let's start with all right. Round one. Eagles moved up a couple spots. They picked Makai Lemon, wide receiver, USC. 5'11", 195 pounds. And go ahead, Al. What do you think?
I mean, I thought that was a monster move. As you saw during the draft, this was a unprecedented draft as far as linemen going off the board. There was 7 tackles off the board in the first round, 2 guards. It's a total of 9 offensive linemen off the board. So I think that played a big factor in the way Howie went about things. Everyone thought Makai Lemon would have been off the board by then. No one thought he would have slipped to 20. I mean, incredible value, incredible talent. So once all these linemen were off the board, I mean, that's what Howie made his move. Whenever he trades picks and moves up, he's playing chess and everyone's playing checkers. And he made a monster move on Pittsburgh, took their heart. That was incredible. The fact that he traded 2 fourth-round picks with Dallas to acquire this pick at number 20 was a monster move.
How he seems to have a knack for that, for jumping teams and getting the guy right before that guy is going to get picked. He's done that before. He did it with Devontae Smith. That was another trade that they made with the Cowboys. That was kind of a shocker. And I think now it's funny, on draft day, the Eagles and the Cowboys have this relationship where they're willing to work together. And Al, you're dead right, man. Essentially what it cost them is 2 fourth-round picks to leapfrog and get their guy. And once all the tackles are gone, man, it's like, okay, let's shift our focus. Let's grab, who we consider to be the best receiver in the draft at this point, like who's available.
I mean, on many boards, he was definitely top 3. Some of them had him 2, maybe 1. He's a monster talent. Blitnikoff, best wide receiver in college in the 2025 season. Incredible route runner. One of the best slot in the draft. Compare him to an Amon-Ra St. Brown. He is an elite route runner. Some people are complaining about his height, which is absurd to me, his speed. I mean, he ran a 4.46, 4.53. That's incredible speed. So
I think
that's
the
not a
major
knock.
Yeah, well, I think the major knock when they mention his speed is the fact that they say that like once he gets the ball, he's not lightning quick. He doesn't have breakaway speed, but what he's got is he's got consistent speed. You know, if you watch tape on him, he never slows down and he catches a lot of balls in stride and he makes a lot of really tough catches, which they already have a guy who makes a lot of the tough catches in Devontae. And I think after what we saw last year with certain receivers not fighting for the ball, I think that's kind of what they were focused on is they want a guy who can go up and who has really good hands when it comes time to like contesting balls and coming down with it like that.
Right. Unlike, AJ Brown, this guy does not drop balls.
Right.
I think within the last 2 years, he dropped 4 balls. That's incredible. So
again, I'm not a big college football fan, so I've never seen Lemon play, so I'm just going off of with what I see. As the average fan of like football and stuff, for me, I don't like that he's 5'11". I don't like that this is going to be taking over for AJ Brown, essentially, like that he's like up here and he's here. I don't like that if he was the second best wide receiver in the draft, why did he become the third wide receiver drafted? I also don't like that if he was supposed to be like the top 11th pick, why did you drop to 20? Like, what's up? Like, why did this happen? And also, excluding Devontae Smith, Howie and first round wide receivers just don't work. They like he doesn't do well with that. So for me, I'm a little leery on this person. Again, I haven't seen him play in college. I'm not a college football fan, so I haven't seen the guy playing. I'm going by with what I was reading, what I saw. I don't consider Devontae Smith with like Howie as like he nailed it in the first round. No, he won the Heisman Trophy. You knew Devontae Smith was going to be good, so I'm not giving him credit for that one. Moving up to get him, fine, but I just and then Holmes wearing his sunglasses comes out, gives the most douchiest like welcome and stuff.
It's a Stevie Wonder fan, man.
We got that text. We got that text from Steve as soon as the interview was over. He goes, "That was a douchey interview. It was great."
I think
douchey interview. I
well,
don't know anything about
that's the West Coast. That's
in.
the West Coast vibe. That's
no. I hope the guy can catch.
He's also the guy. Was it the combine or the? I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was before one of the bowl games or championship games. He was up on the stand and he had his sunglasses on and he's looking like this. And he looked like actually he didn't have his sunglasses. He's just looking at the top of his eyelids like this. He looked like a snake. And I know I commented on the page that he looked like a snake. So he does have, there's something about him that's a little off, like a little weird, but you know what? Yeah, I'll take it if he's productive.
He's a tough son of a bitch. If you ever see this guy run, he gets the yak and the rack. He's not afraid, to go up and get a ball. He's not afraid to go across the middle. He's a tough son of a bitch. So,
all right. So here's my question. I'm probably in the same boat as Steve. I'm a little leery of the pick overall. He sounds good, but they all sound good at this point.
Right.
My worrisome is, so the Eagles are changing their offense again. They've never, or Hurts has never really thrown across the middle all that much. Mm-hmm. This is where he works across the middle. So until I see it in action, I don't know what kind of grade to give for this guy. But, Howie's Howie, so I'm not going to doubt him.
With this new offense, in college, he plays 70% in the slot. With this offense, you're going to see him. I think you're going to see him lined up everywhere, but eventually he will be motioning to the slot. There's, like I said, this offense, there's a ton of motion. So they'll line him up over there, over there. At the end, they will motion him back to the slot, move him inside, outside, across the middle. He's going to be your everything.
Yeah, I think the biggest surprise is that they went receiver first round when all indication was that tackle or an edge rusher, because those were such huge. Like, let's be honest, until the trade takes place of AJ, the wide receiver is not real, and they addressed it already. So wide receiver wasn't like a position of need, you know. So I think that's why everybody kind of is a little puzzled by the pick.
Well, like we said, it was once those offensive linemen were off the board. If they were there, it could have been different. But this was, this is top 2, 3 receiver on the board. Obviously, a top 11 pick, and he's going to go for value the first 2, 3 rounds. First 1, 2, 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where they are. He'll go for the value and the talent.
I have a side question. This came up yesterday, and I really don't know the answer because I don't know the rules of the draft and everything. But he was on the phone with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh wasn't picking. Is that allowed? Is that tampering?
No,
because you're not with the Steelers. You're technically a free agent.
It is being invested. It is being looked at, though.
Okay. Really?
I didn't
know that.
The person I was talking to, he was adamant. He said you're not allowed to talk to him until your pick is up, until you're ready to pick.
Wow. Until you're on the clock.
Once the draft starts, you can't talk to them anymore. So
I guess they thought they were next up because did you see how the draft was running this year? They changed it up. They changed it up a little bit, and people were on the clock even when they were actually done.
Yeah, when the pick was in. Yeah, I know what you're talking about on the graphics. Yeah.
The pick was in, so they were on the clock and they were ready to go.
Yeah, they're trying to speed it up.
Yeah, but when they do that, I like seeing the tick down of the whole thing. But Al's right. It's lots of times it just starts at 3 minutes and then it's pick is in. You don't see it.
This draft was it ran smoothly. The other drafts, they wouldn't be over till midnight.
It was rather quick now that you mention it.
It moved smoothly. It was quick.
All right. Let's get on to round 2. Round 2, number 54. Eli Stowers. Tight end out of Vanderbilt, 6'4", 235 pounds. What do we think, Rob?
I really like this pick. He's another award winner. As I think, did he win the award for the best tight end in college?
Yeah, he won the Mackey Award.
Yeah, exactly. So, they're going after the right kinds of players here. They're going after decorated players. And I do think, and I had in my prediction last week, I did say that with that second round pick that they were going to go pass catcher. So it was either going to be a receiver or a tight end. Now, that, of course, presumed that the first round pick was offensive lineman or edge rush. But I wasn't surprised when they went offense because, Al mentioned and everybody knows that Mannion's here now and he's bringing his people and he's bringing in his scheme. He's got coaches. He's bringing in everything. He's bringing in a scheme. So he's going to want players that fit his scheme, not just players who were here. And if the players who were here fit the scheme, all better. But so a couple things about Stowers is I'm seeing that he's not considered a blocker, which I'm okay with. You know what I mean? Not every tight end has to be a fucking run blocker or a pass blocker. Not everyone's going to do that. The kid had numbers. And where is it? So he was just a solid. He led the team in 62 receptions. He only had 4 touchdowns, which I found a little strange for a tight end who's catching that many passes. Why did he only have 4 touchdowns? But I'm okay with it. And he started 5 games, played in all 12, but he only started 5 games. So there are some questions, but I do like the pick. I think we got a guy who can catch volume, and I'm good with that.
Yeah, I like the pick in the second round of a tight end. That was one of the positions that I think tight end in the second round is great. I mean, look what Howie's done in the past. I mean, you got Zach Ertz, you got Dallas Goedert. Those are both second round pick tight ends, and they both worked out very well for us. I think this was a smart move to get a tight end now, because you have 3 tight ends or 4 tight ends, but they're all on 1-year deals. This is it. You don't have anybody after this year. So by drafting, and he's going to get like his 4-year contract, you now at least have somebody on the roster already next year, somebody who, again, going to be cheap. I mean, second round pick cheap, but you know what I mean with that.
Absolutely,
So I think that's a huge thing. I also like the fact that although I wasn't the biggest fan of the Lemon pick, having these two together, starting their career like in the passing game, I think this is going to be really helpful. They're going to learn off of each other. They're both highly regarded, as Rob was saying. And if you're Jalen Hurts, I think you have to be like, hey, they're trying to help me out. They're giving me as much young talent that I could ask for. So I think this is a great pick. I was a little leery about the blocking, but if the goal is for Hurts to get the ball out quicker, you don't need him to block. You need to go back to the old Zach Ertz, 6 yards right over the middle, first down on like 2nd and 5 and things like that. And I believe that this is a player who will be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Al, are we worried that he was only a tight end for 2 seasons? He transitioned from quarterback to tight end.
No, I mean, the biggest thing about him, he's super athletic. He is the most athletic tight end in this draft. He was, I believe, a first-round talent who dropped to the second round just because everyone was focusing on Sadiq. This kid is more athletic. And when we talk about blocking, these young guys coming into the league, Sadiq, any tight end coming into the league, there is a transitional period where they're going to have to learn to block better. He's going to develop. He's going to gain weight. He's going to get stronger. The NFL defensive ends, the edge rushers are elite. You can't compare that to college. They're going to they get better as the years go on and when they're in the league. He is a good player. You're going to see him, develop inside within the next few years, but you can line them up outside, inside, which they're going to do. They're going to play that bunch formation. They're going to play that bunch formation with these big tight ends and put Lemon behind those guys, Devontae behind those guys. And
finally have that bubble screen, right?
it's good. It's mismatches all over the place. You're not going to be able to see these guys. It's going to be something to see. I'm excited to see this. Like I said, this guy is probably one of the most athletic tight ends to come out in a while.
Yeah, he's a big kid. He's a big kid and he's fast. They said he has elite speed, so
yeah, he can run.
Yeah, freakish athlete is. I keep seeing that. Everybody's using that term, freakish athlete. In quotes.
6'4". He's like 6'4", 230, 240,
yep.
and
he got a 45.5-inch vertical.
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty good. I don't know. Mine's about 2 inches, but
that's incredible.
We won't go there. All right. Round 3, number 68, Markel Bell, offensive tackle, Miami, Florida, 6'9", a short 6'9", 346 pounds. All right. Who wants to jump on this? Go ahead, Al.
Okay. No, he's a massive guy. I want to say, I don't think playing his position, his quarterback was sacked once this whole year. He has a massive wingspan and reach. So once he gets his hands are massive. I think they're measured at 9 inches. 9 inches. Once he gets those big paws on and reaches, that's it. You're done. One thing he does have a problem with is, his pad level. He plays a little higher sometimes because he's so big.
Mm-hmm.
So playing against some of these elite edge rushers, he's going to have to play a little bit lower so he don't get bull rushed and knocked over, and protect his inside gap a little bit better. But he's big, elite pass protector, pass pro. I would like to see him get stronger. Obviously, has a long arm guy. He's going to need to get stronger. That's one thing was a knock that I saw. He just get stronger, get his pad level down low. But he has tremendous potential within the pass pro, which
Right. He's got time. He's got time to sit and
and when he comes down and he's blocking on the run and he comes down,
that's what I was going to talk about.
He's a big boy.
I saw some tape and he was absolutely flattening people, run blocking, which it's nice to have a left tackle who can run block.
He comes down hard, and I was watching some film. He comes down hard. When he gets to the second level, I would like to see him continue to be more aggressive at the second level, third level, keep moving. But he comes down hard.
Steve?
I like this. I think that this is a great pick because of, like we said already, the size of this individual. Like, that's what Jalen's going to have to jump, hop, and throw to get over this dude's head. But I think that this is, like I said, I like the size, and I feel like with Mannion's staff, hopefully this new, not the offense coordinator, the line
coach,
Chris
Cooper, yeah.
Yeah. Chris Cooper, yeah. He's the line coach and the one game guy.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that he's able to work with them. I love that he was with Miami, so he was with a large school, which Howie has all of a sudden been going to, which is great. I know it's not like Alabama, but I'm happy that he's going to these.
Miami was in the championship game.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you draft some programs that have success.
Yes. So the kid's a winner, and it's sounding like that this is a very good value pick in the third round. So for someone of that size, and that's fine with me. I wanted an offensive lineman in the first round. I was 100% open and honest with that. But with exactly what Al said, how you lost 9 of them or 7 or 9 of them, now, I think that this is, it's got to be a big lineman draft to have all these guys going when they are. So I'm happy with Bell. If they had not drafted an offensive lineman with that Hassan Reddick pick, the Jets pick that he was, I might have been a little leery, a little concerned, but I'm happy that you're hitting positions that you needed where, okay, you're going to probably get rid of AJ. You got your wide receiver. You now have a tight end for pass this year. And then now you have an offensive lineman where maybe you can groom him into being a lane replacement or something. So I'm happy with the third round pick.
All right.
Can you picture 2 6'9" guys as your tackles? That's a massive offensive line, and that's what the Eagles seem to specialize in, no matter who's coaching them. And with the first three rounds, these guys who were drafted, they're expected to contribute right away. You know what I mean? So I imagine Bell will be, on the field, and not just learning. I think he will be on the field a bit.
All right. So the next pick, the Eagles traded away. They traded their third round pick this year and a third round pick next year to the Vikings in exchange for an outside linebacker edge, Jonathan Grunnard. They also got a 7th round pick this year. And right away, Grunnard signed a 4-year, $100 million deal with $50 million guarantee. Guys, we talked about this in our pre-draft show. It's been rumored for a few weeks. It actually came to fruition. So how do we feel with the cost, the guy we're getting, who are we getting? Go ahead, Rob, take it away.
I have to be honest, I didn't know a lot about him. Probably just because he played for the Vikings. But he's 28 years old. Last year he had 12 sacks, 41 combined tackle. Like the guy's a player apparently, and I like that Howie did something a little bold. And Sig, you absolutely did call this last week on the podcast. You did say that you had heard this, which kind of like I said, I heard nothing about this, and I know little about him. But I love the fact that they were aggressive and they knew that, so they couldn't get their guy in the first or the second, but they got their guy by trading a couple fourths, like a couple thirds or a couple fourths. It's, again, that was Howie doing Howie things.
I loved it. I thought that might be one of the steals of the draft, if you will. With the draft and everything, as our dear friend Dugan always says, prospects are suspect. And I know it's different than baseball, but if you're telling me I'm going to get a dude who can get after the quarterback, stop the run for 2 third-round picks for guys in the picking probably in the 90s, I'm about that. One this year, one next year. And again, this goes back to the Hassan Reddick trade, so that you were able to make your pick early in the 3rd round, that your pick later in the 3rd round was expendable in a trade. And that was the best part. You're sealing up the line with not drafting someone with question marks. You're bringing in someone who is proven. Again, he had an injury, but surgery over and everything. I think this is great. I love that they re-signed him. I was reading an article where Jalen Hurts already texted him. He already came to Philadelphia. He's like, this organization's different. He's like, I saw the hardware in the cases, and he's like, I like that. Jalen Hurts says to him, he's like, I'm going to get you one of these. Like, how can you not be excited how can he not be excited? He wants to be here. He wants to win. He's going to a winning team. This is going to be a winning team, and I think this is great for the defense. And damn well in hell, Vic had something to do with this. He picks these players. And if Vic Fangio thinks that this guy's going to be great in our scheme, that's good enough for me. I'm 100% behind Vic. I love this pick. I think this is wonderful, and I love that you did a third this year and a third next year. So it's not like you were scraping all of your picks from this year. So I think it's great. I'm very happy with him.
Al, thoughts?
Yeah, this was a Vic Fangio pick. No doubt about that, Steve. This guy fits right into this defense. He is an elite pass rusher, disruptor. That's the big thing. He is a rusher and disruptor. He is an elite talent. Last year, only 3 sacks. He played hurt all year, shoulder injury, was out the last 3 games of the season because of surgery. He'll be ready to go, though. Prior to that, 12 sacks the year before. The year before that, 12 and a half sacks with Houston. So he came from Houston to the Vikings. He is an elite talent. I'm super excited with this guy. With this draft pick, everything just falls into place. Jalix Hunt, everyone else is going to fall into place. Takes a lot of pressure off the rookies. So this is a monster pick, and it's going to pay dividends down the road. Way better than our past. The guy from Miami.
Well, Nakobe Dean was
not Nakobe. I'm talking about Phillips. Yeah,
Daniel Phillips.
Much better than him.
Yeah,
wasn't a fan of him. So much better pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to the Pro Bowl 2 years ago. Last year, it sounds like he was playing injured all year, like Al said. He had the surgery at the end of the year. So, it's a little worrisome. Hopefully by the time camp comes around, he's okay. But Pro Football Focus has him ranked 31st among 119 edge defenders. So that's not too bad. you know, when you factor in the third round pick in this year's draft for him, the Eagles also used a couple picks or a pick or two from this year or next year for Dontrevian Wicks. I mean, you got to factor these guys that they traded for as part of draft capital this year, because that's what they used to get them. So, yeah, I mean, it's I like that deal. I like that deal. I mean, it's like you said, if he's one of Fangio's guys. So, all right. So the next pick, the Eagles, it was the fifth round, I believe, 178th. They picked up a quarterback, Cole Payton, out of he's also left-handed, out of where is it? North Dakota, right? Where Wentz came from?
Dakota State. Yep.
Yeah.
North Dakota State.
Go ahead, Steve. What do you think?
I'm fine with drafting a quarterback, and I thought that they would draft a quarterback in the fourth round. They obviously traded both of the fourth round picks to Dallas to move up to get Lemon. I actually didn't like that. I didn't like having to spend both of your fourth rounds. I would have rather done like a fourth and a fifth. It was only 3 spots, but whatever. I might not understand how it all works, but I'm fine with getting a quarterback, but all you have is Tua right now as a left-handed quarterback, and this guy's a left-handed quarterback, and he's coming from North Dakota State, where again there's not a lot of it's a lower not division, but like the SEC, the ACC. It's not one of them big schools. It's a smaller school, so they're not playing as hard of competition. This guy's probably just going to be an arm. I mean, you'll probably maybe like put him on like the practice squad or something like that. But they've drafted quarterbacks over the past few years, like what was it, the Clayton Thorntons of the world and stuff like that, where these guys don't turn into anyone. I understand why they were. I figured they were going to draft a quarterback at some point in here, with this being Tanner McKee's last year under his rookie deal, and Andy Dalton, you know, this is his last year in his deal, and this is the last year of Hurts, fully guaranteed money. He's not free agent, but fully guaranteed. So I'm not shocked that they took a quarterback here. I don't know how with wide receivers, if a left-handed quarterback and a right-handed quarterback, where most of them are probably used to being with right-handed quarterbacks, unless if they were in Miami with Tua. So I don't know how that part works. I've never seen the kid play, so you know, here's hoping. But the goal is you got this for like the quarterback factory for like down the road if need be, or our honest to God hope is that we never see this kid play. That's really what it comes down to.
Go ahead, Al.
Yeah.
This kid, the one thing that stands out is this kid is super athletic. He is, as far as quarterbacks, he is probably within the draft, all-time draft, his numbers are like some of the best numbers ever put up as far as athleticism for a quarterback. So it's incredible. I mean, his numbers just jump off the board as far as, you know, he ran like a 4.5. He has a 40-inch vertical, a 10-10 broad jump. He is incredibly athletic, fast. He's 6'4", 230. You know, his numbers compared to athletic-wise, just as good or better than as like Anthony Richardson, Taylor Green. He is a super athlete. You know, he has super arm strength and speed, dual threat. He can throw the ball. You know, he is a little bit inexperienced. He didn't start until his last year. But you know, they're like a quarterback factory over there. They get talented kids over there. So
yeah, Mike made a comment here. He said he's a preseason arm because Jalen and Andy won't play, and that's true. And then I think he'll probably, like Steve said, he'll be a practice squad guy. Something interesting, and I don't like the player I'm about to mention, but Al had mentioned it on draft day when they picked him up, is that he had the potential to be like a Taysom Hill type. Was that who you were talking about, or were you talking about Stowers? Like in that package deal, because
I think Sig said that.
Yeah, the quarterback being like Taysom Hill. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy, Taysom Hill. He's that kind of he was that kind of utility player. He's a dual threat passer runner. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see him on dress some games. Who knows what kind of package they might have for him. But with Tanner McKee probably maybe getting traded, even though it's his last year on the rookie contract, he still might be traded. We know Dalton is probably going next year, so this is probably your backup quarterback next year.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly, yeah. That's and that's anytime they take a quarterback in the 5th round. Like, not everybody is fucking Tom Brady, Brock Purdy, irrelevant. You know what I mean? Like, so anytime they take a quarterback in the 5th or the 6th, like I'm usually like, yeah, I don't expect a whole lot from them. Which is okay. It's fine. You take a developmental quarterback and you see what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is a warning shot over the bow for Jalen Hurts with the new, maybe just, hey, look,
I think Jalen's your guy. Get used to it.
All right.
Yeah, I
have nothing against him, but I think sometimes he needs some competition, or he needs a kick in the ass. So
this kid can run. So
yeah, I know.
This kid's he's gonna make a lot of people. He's gonna surprise a lot of people on that football field when they see this kid run. Those guys are gonna be shaking their heads because he's gonna find his way on the field somehow with that speed.
I think almost any quarterback drafted now needs to be able to run a little bit.
I agree. Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into round 6. Where are we at here? Micah Morris, guard out of Georgia, 6'5", 334. What do we think, guys? Rob?
Again, I'm a thumbs up because they addressed the position in need. Because how many years have we had to deal with injuries and then have guys who come in like Brett Toth, who they're just not good. You know what I mean? So at least these guys are, at least someone like Micah Morris is young. And I mean, not that Brett Toth was breaking the bank, but I mean, they still have to pay him veteran money. So this guy Morris will come in and he'll play on rookie deal, a 6th round rookie deal. So it's not going to be much at all. And then anytime they add to their offensive line depth, I'm happy. And plus he played at Georgia, which is important. Like he comes from a good program. Did somebody disagree with me? I mean,
no, that was my dog. That was my dog.
Oh, there you go. There you go. The dogs. So anyway, I'm good with this pick. I think it's a good pick. 6th round offensive line depth. I am happy with.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, I think this is Rob took the words out of my mouth. It's a Georgia person. It's a Georgia player. You're going to find alumni here. Depth on the offensive line with having a beat up line last year. Yep. That's all I got. It's a good depth pick. It's a 6th round pick. You're not expecting the dude to be a starter. I know Jason Kelsey was a 6th round pick, but it's fine. It's depth. That's good.
All right. On to round 7. Here we go. Number, 244. And Novacek will like this. So Cole Vishnevsky, safety out of Texas Tech, 6'3", 219 pounds, and 24 years old. A little older.
I'm okay with that. And I think that this is a good pick because remember when you had Reed, he was off the practice squad. He was like a nobody, a nothing. And that's where Howie finds a lot of guys. If Howie's able to find a safety in the 6th round, that's awesome. I'm very happy with that. The 7th round. I think this is a great move, and I think this guy could actually, maybe even have a chance to be the 2nd or 3rd safety. Why not? We do need some depth there, and our secondary needs help. Why can't this guy? So I think this is wonderful. I'm happy.
No, I love this pick. I think this kid's going to come in and play. Be ready for that. He is 6'4", 220, fast, bigger, faster than Reed Blankenship. I like Reed Blankenship, don't get me wrong, but this kid's upside is so much better than Reed Blankenship's. He is a monster. He's a hitter. He's not afraid to hit. He's going to come down and lay the wood.
He's been hurt a little bit, and that's a little concerning. But I think we'll see him on special teams, and then I think he will play his way onto the field at some point.
He's going to compete, no doubt about it. His instincts are elite, highly versatile, and he can cover. This is a guy. Is he going to get on the field right away? No way. Vic Fangio, he's going to make him wait a little bit. He's going to have to prove himself, stay healthy. But this kid he can run too. I think he ran a 4.53. Will you see this? 6'4", 220.
He's 6'3", 219. No, that's what I have anyway.
Yeah, he's pushing 6'4". He's a big kid. So.
Yeah, see, I agree. He's probably going to be a special teamer this season. But I read some articles where he might be something where the Eagles try to convert him to a linebacker because they don't think he can cover deep. But I don't know.
Some people they compare him to. I see some articles I read compare him to Cam Chancellor. So. That's pretty good company right there.
That's a hell of a comp. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
All right. So now on to the 7th round. Basically, with the next 2 picks, the Eagles just got their pickable player that they didn't have to compete for with other teams as far as undrafted free agency goes. So, these guys might not have signed with the Eagles as undrafted free agents because they might not have had a clear path. But the Eagles liked them enough where they wanted them in their fold. So at number 251, Uar Bernard. He's defensive tackle, and he's from the International Pathway Program. That's the same that we got Jordan Mailata a bunch of years ago, and we all know how he worked out. Guy's 6'4", 304 pounds. And who wants to take it away?
I mean, you can go ahead and that's fine. It's Jordan Mailata, but it's just on the defensive line. And Jordan didn't play for the first 2 years. He was learning the game.
That's right.
And that's fine. Let him learn the game. Let him digest what Vic Fangio is going to be telling him and what Clint's going to be telling him on the line coach. Learn.
He's a crazy athlete too.
Yeah, we don't need you this year. That's fine. Learn. Build up strength and your knowledge. And we'll another depth thing for down the line. And we'll talk next year. Hopefully you can get on the field next year. I don't see a downside. And if it doesn't work out, like if they're like, all right, we're not going to be able to train this guy or something. Okay, you lost a 7th round draft pick. Like no one's going to be shedding tears over that. So I think it's a great boom or bust. And I'm feeling positive. So go boom. Why not?
Yeah.
Yes, super pick, like low risk, high value. It's this kid's a freak.
Yeah, you see photos of him. Wow,
he is
300 pounds.
I did. That dude's massive.
6% body fat.
It's insane.
He's cut.
I have like 6% body fat right here. Like I
have 6% on my hand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and and here's a bonus because he's like the International Pathway Program. The Eagles are allowed to have 91 roster spots and 17 on the practice squad. So it's because he's a developmental player and you're pulling him out of that international program. You got a little bit of a bonus there.
Yeah, you got a guy to hang out and practice once he learns the game. It's a free player. It really
exactly.
is. It's a free player. It's a very smart pick. Yeah.
All right.
They also signed another kid, an undrafted free agent.
Well, I was going to get to them a little bit later.
Yeah, quickly.
Sorry, but
Another kid from Sudan, though.
yeah, I saw that. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to pronounce his name, but so their last pick, the seventh round, was number 252. Keyshawn James Newby. He's an edge, 6'1", 240.
Yeah.
What do we think about this guy?
I read that he's slow and small, or small and slow, or slow and small. I that's what I read about this guy. Like not that he's a bad player or anything like that. It's just that like for his position. So if he makes the team, or he'll probably be a practice squad guy, somebody that they can try to develop. But I wouldn't expect much out of this kid, even like on special teams.
He is the big thing, like you said, he's undersized. 6'2", 244. He's undersized for an edge rusher in this league, but he has a motor, which they love. He has a motor. He's relentless, and he doesn't stop. But he is a developmental player, no doubt about that. So he's going to have to earn his way on that field.
I really have nothing. I don't know anything about this guy, and we don't even know if this guy's going to even make the team. Like Al said, he might not even be on special teams. These are bonus 7th round picks at the very end, and if you get something out of it, great. If not, again, no one's shedding a tear.
Practice squad.
I'm happy with the draft with doing the trade and your first 3 draft picks. I'm very, very happy and excited where after the 5th round and all, like whatever happens. I'm happy with how the first 3 and the trade went through. I think you're a better team. And if you're going to be a better team going into a year where you were ousted in the first round of the playoffs, then let's go further. I'm happy with the draft. Now, I would change that if we didn't do the trade. So I would probably give it maybe like a B-, but I'll probably go with everything. I'll go B+. I'm happy.
There you go. I just want to quick remind everybody that like the shirt that Sig is wearing, the shirt that Steve is wearing. I am not wearing any Drunk Eagles gear right now, but you see the logos flashing in the back behind Al. If you go to drunkphilsfans.com/collections/ and again, that's supposed to say Drunk Eagles fans. It says Drunk Flyers fans. But if you go to Drunk Flyers fans, you can just click on the tab that says Eagles, and you can get your Drunk Eagles fans gear.
Yep, it says 1st and 10, drinking again.
That's
there you
right.
go.
That's
all
right.
right.
That's all we do.
So let's touch on the undrafted free agents real quick. They got looks like they got a long snapper out of Florida, Rocco Underwood. And I keep wanting to say Underworld, but whatever. They got a linebacker, Deontay Lawson out of Alabama. They got a safety out of Washington State, Tucker Large, great name. And we've got an offensive guard out of Alabama, which I don't know. That sounds pretty good. He's got to be decent from Alabama.
Yeah, play there. Yeah.
We got a tight end, Daquan Wright from Ole Miss. We got let's see, a safety, Maximus Pulley, another cool name from Wofford. And the guy that Al mentioned a little earlier, he's labeled as a defensive lineman right now, Joshua Waru, another international pathway player. So I don't know, Al, do you have anything on him? I got a little, it's a 4-line quote I pulled, but if you have it, go ahead.
No. I think I tried, but the internet was down in Sudan.
Oh, okay. So this is from NFL.com. Waru's pro day results and field workout should capture the attention of evaluators hungry to mold an explosive athlete. While the former rugby player has no football background, his time in rugby should give him a bit of a head start on making a transition. He's very fluid in his workout. With loose hips and quick feet, he's a natural bender with excellent speed and rare explosiveness in his hips. Teams won't get a full sense of Waru's potential until he's competing in pads or in training camp, but given his athletic ability, it might take a late draft pick to get a seat at the table. And it wasn't even a late pick, so they got him as an undrafted free agent. So I don't know, maybe, boom or bust.
Yeah.
All right, so
Rugby guy.
let's touch on the whole AJ Brown thing again. Now that they took the wide receiver in the first round, here's my question with this. With the Patriots rumors that are out there, do we lose leverage now with the Pats after our first round pick of Lemon? Or maybe when we said it again last week, is it a draft and trade? Is it already a handshake deal with them? Is their first round pick was an offensive tackle out of Utah, that Caleb Lomu. What do we think on this? I mean, are we losing leverage? Is there something in place already? Does this whole Vabral thing put possible damper on it if he gets fired? I don't know. What do we think?
I think it's just business as usual. I think the trade will go down as predicted of a first and third round draft pick in 2027. I don't think it changes the leverage because, again, you had all those wide receivers on 1-year deals, and AJ Brown, whether he likes it or not, is under contract with the Philadelphia Eagles. And if you want to get your paycheck, you're going to either show up to us or like whether we trade you or not. So you're like the Patriots, they're the ones holding their own selves accountable. They're holding their own selves hostage because we don't have to do anything. We now, as of right now, you now have Lemon as your third wide receiver right now on this team. So if the Patriots won him, they got to give you exactly what you had before. I don't think they lost any leverage because Howie's not going to make a move just for the sake of making a move. That's not what he does. He makes well thought out, well planned moves. And if he has set the bar at a first and a third, and again, I said last week, I think he's going to get those picks and maybe use it for maybe a quarterback in 2027 or maybe 28, something like that. I don't think anything changes. I do think AJ Brown will be traded to the Patriots, and I do think it will still be the original compensation of a first and third Patriots pick in 2027.
I would not discount the Rams as well. So within this,
I was going to bring that up. Yep. Go ahead.
The Rams are, their needs has gone up for a wide receiver. So don't be surprised. They're not crazy. They're used to getting rid of first round draft picks. They're not worried about that. So look for them to be part of this, AJ Brown soap opera.
Yeah, it's I'm so tired of hearing about it. I'm so tired of talking about it. It's been ongoing now for well over a year. Like it was last season, it was this season. It's going to be next season unless they do something about it. And for a guy who's as talented as he is, and for all the like personal shit that you hear about, like him and Jalen being best friends and all that other shit, it's really unfortunate that it's really unfortunate that it's shaken out this way. And I was one of those people who wanted to, like, I would have been plenty happy if they just said, we're not trading AJ Brown, we're keeping him, he's an Eagle. I would have been fine with that. But you have to have buy-in because honestly, like you watch the last couple of years and you see when he doesn't stretch out for a ball or he doesn't, you know what I mean? Like he pulls up on a route, which was, by all accounts, like he could have made some catches that he just gave up on.
No, he's playing for his next contract,
and I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah.
Like I want to see a guy out there putting everything on the line. And if he goes to New England, great. If he goes to LA, I don't really want him going to LA because that's a team we're going to have to go through in the playoffs. And it seems like we play them in LA every fucking year too. Like I don't think they ever come here to play us. So I just want the deal to get done. I want June for just for that reason. I want June 1st to get here, so that it can shake out. But other than that, like, as soon as they took Lemon, I posted on the page, see AJ, because it was pretty much like for them to move up and take a receiver. That was a pretty clear sign that they're saying this is happening. The shit that's going on in New England with Vrabel and Rossini that took place back in Tennessee, this shit is fucking wild. And I don't know if you can fucking write it. Like AI couldn't write this story. You know what I mean? In a million years, it wouldn't come up with this story where, she named her kid Mikey. She named her kid Michael, and she's going on social media talking about she's trying to figure out the best football players and or coaches that were named Michael over the years. Like, people are saying that it was her husband who hired the PI that took the pictures.
Good for him.
Dude, seriously. And he's a Delco guy. So, he's probably a little ticked off.
Go Birds.
Yeah, no scruples.
Exactly. So it's just the whole situation is, and the fact that it even involves AJ is even funnier.
I did not know the Delco thing. That's awesome. That's just
Good, yeah, I agree. Hey, good for that dude.
If that's the case, absolutely. He probably did, he probably did it with her money too. Like, he was like, I'm going to pay a PI with your money to fucking spy on you. And people were like, oh, well, why did it take 6 years for this to come out? And who sits on pictures for 6 years? And I'm thinking to myself, everybody does that.
Yeah.
That's the age we live in, where people just go, oh, you know what? I do have pictures from 6 years ago that might be relevant now. So the whole thing is crazy. Like, AJ can go up there. If that's what he wants, he thinks he's going to leave all this drama behind in Philly and go to a place where it's drama free. Good luck in New England. Good luck in Robert Kraft and Mike Vrabel and the rest of the crew up there.
And the funny thing about that too is, like, he even complains about, like, AJ complains about the cold weather. Like, this is nothing compared to Foxborough. You're having trouble and you're dropping balls now. Oh man, it's going to be bad in December and January up there. But Al, the other thing that I looked up while you were saying the Rams, I do find it kind of interesting in the fact that currently, after the draft and all, the Rams have about $26 million worth of cap space, and AJ, like, with this year and everything, would be around 23. So, and free agency has basically already happened. So they got room, like, right now. So, like,
Puka's in rehab,
they could be a player in this thing.
That's a whole nother story, right? Puka in rehab.
It's not just the Eagles, man. It's not just the Eagles. And to make kind of a little parallel, I did hear that people said, and I can't remember exactly who it was. It might have been what's his name, Orlovsky, because it seems like he says everything. I think he said that the Eagles, when they got Lemon, they got their Puka Nacua, which is a hell of a comparison.
Yeah,
which is a hell of a comparison.
Mm-hmm.
He's not as big as him, but I'll take it.
No.
But what did they mean by that? Did they mean
a
like
guy who catches a ton of balls?
Yeah,
Not what's going on up here. Catching.
And he's he's got a screw. All right, guys, I just want to go back to the Patriots thing real quick, just because anytime I can take a dig at them. What more evidence do we need that just proves that the Patriots are fucking cheaters in almost all aspects?
I know, seriously.
They just can't play fair in anything.
Well, Vrabel, he learned from the best.
100%.
A lot of scumbags up there.
That's right. Not good hockey scumbags either.
Oh man,
we're the scumbags in hockey, man. So.
That's right, Biss. You fucking cocksucking.
All right. So, what are everybody's final thoughts on the draft? You want to give it a grade? You don't want to? I don't care. What are your final thoughts on the draft? How do we do? What do you think?
If we were to grade out, I would go B plus. Because of, I mean, we've all kind of mentioned it. The once that fourth round pick, once we made the trade in place of the late third and the fourth round pick, I think up to that point, that's all A material. And then after that, it's just kind of like, I mean, I like Micah Morris, but everything else just kind of seems like, they're just draft day moves kind of things. So I'd go B plus. I'm happy, and I want to see what some of these guys. I want to see what they all can do. But yeah, B plus.
Al, what do you think?
I'm going to give them an A. I'll give them an A. I thought, all those moves he did with moving up with Mackay was brilliant. The tight end pick, kid from Miami. I think that these kids are all going to step in and play right away. So I give them an A. And like always, I give Dallas an F, New York an F, and Washington an F.
Did the Giants make any picks? I didn't even see what the
Giants had 2 picks in the top 10. Giants did quite well for themselves.
They did, but I still give them F and fuck New York.
Yeah, they give.
Yeah, there you go.
Steve, what do you think?
I said earlier, I B plus. I'm happy with I'm happy with what everything was done. Again, if you didn't do the trade with Minnesota, I would give it a B minus. Again, I haven't seen a lot of these guys play, but I'm happy that you went after some positions that you needed, and it sounds like you didn't just do a patchwork. You actually have replacements ready to go, and that's what the draft is about. And it sounds like you were able to do that. So I give them a B plus. However, I'll tell you, I'll give Aristeas an A plus on this New England Fog. I love this New England IPA from them. But yeah,
there you go. I like that. Yeah, I'm around the B, but I have no idea how to grade this crap. Get back to me. Get back to me in January. I'll
in
give you my grade.
In 2 years, get back to me.
But
that's fair. That's fair.
All right, so we're a little over an hour right now. Rob, where are we looking at for our next pod? It's around the schedule release, right?
Schedule release. So we're looking at like the 12th or the 13th, depending on when the schedule comes out. We also have to, we're going to have to plan it around the Flyers playoffs, because we know that the Flyers will still be alive at that point.
Yep.
2 weeks.
Damn right they will. Damn right they will.
And also around DPF on tap. However, I think when we do the schedule release, because we're all going to have to make our predictions, and we're all going to have to map out how they go 17-0. So I think we're looking between the 12th and the 14th. So if the schedule comes out on the 12th, probably the 13th or the 14th. But we'll put it on the page. We'll have it. It'll be known beforehand.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're gonna kind of probably dick us around and make it like the 14th, because they love doing stuff on Thursday nights, so that you have Friday water cooler talk. So I have a feeling it might be the 14th. I'm just guessing. I don't know anything, but you know how the NFL is. If you can have something at 8:00 on Thursday night, they're going to sign up for it. So
Seriously.
So I'm thinking it might be then, but whatever. We'll get on, and when the schedule comes out, we already know the opponents. We know where we're going and stuff. So just where it all lies. Hey, maybe we'll get back-to-back home games this year during the regular season. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be swell.
I know.
I highly doubt that.
You win the Super Bowl and you can't even get back-to-back home games. The only time you had back-to-back home games was at the end of the year, and you lost both of them because of the playoff game. So maybe
Are we going to London?
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. What's that?
Are we going to London or Spain or Germany or?
No, I don't think we have any overseas games next year.
Thank God.
No,
The
not
Australia
this year.
game is the 2 West Coast teams, Rams and somebody, I don't know. And
So we should get that
Cowboys
extra
and-
home game.
yeah,
We should
we
get
don't-
the
we
extra
don't-
home game.
Yeah, we don't have the Brazil game or any of that bullshit. So yeah, nope. All right. Any parting thoughts?
No, not really. Just let's go Flyers.
Should I book my Super Bowl airplane flight and tickets and hotel room now?
Where is the Super Bowl?
Might as
next
well.
year?
You can always cancel it, shit, man.
Mhm.
I'd start saving your pennies though. After
I
last
think
year,
is it back in LA? I don't know.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
it's LA this year.
Is it?
Yeah, it's either
Yeah.
LA or Atlanta.
I think it's LA.
I don't know. We'll research that and bring it,
Couple
you know,
shitholes.
and talk about it in 2 weeks. So, all right, everyone.
Yeah, I think
Thank you,
it's
everyone, for
LA
joining
as well.
us tonight, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
That's right. Sig, play the jam.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it up here.
Good enough.
Boom. Fuck the Cowboys.
Fuck the Cowboys.
All right, that's it.